Welcome.
Hey, welcome everybody.
Did it just say select a character in English in the Japanese audio?
Okay, it said it in English. It did not say it in English. We switched over to the Japanese version of the actual sound because we're going to be starting Tales today.
And it threw me for a loop.
And somebody suggested that we do Tales in the Japanese audio to kind of give you guys an idea of what it sounds like. Because apparently Tales is amazing in Japanese.
Let's find out.
Yeah, that's what I have heard anyway. If it's terrible, maybe we'll switch over after this session or something like that. So don't worry too much.
I don't think I've ever heard Japanese Sonic in any form, by the way.
I used to have a friend who played Sonic exclusively in Japanese.
Your friend was a nerd.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's not so bad yet.
No, he's
That just
got
sounds like a
generic
standard.
kid noise.
Yeah. It's just some Japanese lady doing a squeak voice.
So his stuff starts about where, not quite where Sonic's is. Like his starts with his airplane crash as opposed to Sonic starting with fighting chaos.
Yeah. Is that a Chaos Emerald?
I don't know if it is yet, but it eventually becomes a Chaos Emerald.
Why would he just stick it on the front of a plane?
I don't know.
Tails is so weird sometimes.
So he's gonna make noise now.
This isn't that bad.
Wait for it. He's gotta have like 80 kinds of screaming for some strange reason.
Yeah, this just sounds like anime.
There it is.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know.
Maybe my standards are just different because I already normally kind of sound like that.
Yeah, maybe. God, those models look really weird from like certain angles and distances. And there's
the drowning
Swivel
pool.
Butt. Sonic's Japanese voice is just kind of generic.
Yeah, he sounds a little more mature than American Sonic.
Which is weird because I think they're considered just the same exact age. And you'd expect with Japanese that they'd have like voiced him with a grandma or something.
Yeah, well, just because that's happened in the past doesn't mean it'll always happen. Goku was not the standard for voice acting.
No, but it's every shonen hero just about. Almost all of them are voiced by grandmas.
Well, would you really consider Sonic a
Most the
shonen
Jump
hero?
ones, anyway. Yeah.
I don't feel like he
I
really
guess
quite
not.
fits that.
I guess.
He's Felix the Cat, but like for the 90s. It's not
Okay,
really the
I don't
same.
think Felix the Cat is a good analogy for what Sonic is.
Dude, look at him. He's
No.
Felix the Cat with his hair spiked back.
Oh, he's a different color, and Felix is a cat. Okay, so it just stops me there in the middle of like my movement. Oh god, also Tails has got some weird wiggling going on with his ears.
Well, he's got weird wiggling going on perpetually. That's kind of his superpower.
Okay, so Tails in this game plays completely different from Tails in Sonic Adventure 2.
Because there's no robot.
Yeah, because there's
Do
no
a hover.
robot.
Do a
So
hover.
I can
There
do
we
this. And I can just hang up there for a bit. I can't do it indefinitely, but I can do it for a while.
Yeah, it's basically Tails is a broken, superpowered Ultra Fiend, and he just doesn't get to do much because this world isn't built for him.
He's also got this really weird effect that you can see in the model when I'm doing the hover, where it's like they've decided that in order to make it look like he's spinning fast, they need to increase the number of tails on him.
Yeah.
Like
so
that's not a motion thing, that's literally just more models.
It's kind of a nice little thing though, because he is sort of a kitsune.
A little bit.
Yeah, like not officially, he's just a weird mutant regular fox, but like come on, that's what they were going for.
Yeah, people
He's like
pointed
a
out
baby kitsune.
people pointed out on I think the first or second video that we can actually talk to these people.
Oh.
They don't say anything useful though. Like I know
Yeah.
we can interact with them. It's just it's not really in any way useful at all.
Yeah, like you can't make out with them or whatever.
No, yeah.
They
Well,
have
you
no
can
purpose in the
drown.
plot.
Actually, no, we've already shown this off.
Yeah,
Maybe I
yeah,
shouldn't.
we totally did. We don't need to put
Yeah,
people through
okay.
that over and over. Like it legitimately like freaks some people out.
Okay.
We only had to do it once.
So tell me, do you remember as Sonic where we met Tails the second time?
No.
Oh, also, I love that they do this. There's an invisible wall here that you can't go through as Tails.
Oh, okay.
So that it's nigh impossible for you to
Okay.
get in there. There's nothing actually in there at all. So
Alright, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so first time we see Tails as Sonic after running through the Orca Pit is up here in Mystic Ruins.
So we don't get an equivalent of the Orca Pit, or whatever you
Nope,
decided it's
not
called.
well, I don't think immediately for Tails. We might eventually for Tails.
Yeah, what's really disappointing is that characters don't have an equal number of stages.
Yeah.
So, like, there's, like, what, like 3 Amy levels, for example?
Yeah, well, I don't think that there's only 3, but she does have a significant
Yeah, like, some of these are just kind of tacked on. Other times it makes sense, because, like, do you really want to have as many Big the Cat levels as you have Sonic levels?
Probably not, because we'll see Big's gameplay eventually. There's a reason people hate him and why he dies in, like, everything.
I like Big as a character, but his gameplay in this game is unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's literally they're just trying to get him to, he's just there to use the rod
Yeah.
in that game.
What do you think of Robotnik's voice here?
Robotnik, I don't know. I like English Robotnik, I think.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that is my favorite Robotnik. I don't think you can get a better Robotnik than the English one.
There's just a lot of good Robotniks, but this one doesn't feel like he's emoting as much. Like, Robotnik who takes himself seriously is not as fun.
No, not really. There's definitely, like, there's a good amount of, like, Robotnik needs to be charismatic to some extent, I guess is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, but, like...
Like, he needs to be a villain, not just a criminal.
Yeah. So Tails, by the way, if you hit the button that for Sonic would be charge, still, like, will do a charge sometimes. Like,
Is it not
sometimes he'll do the
supposed to?
tail... No, sometimes he'll do this tail whip if you haven't picked up enough momentum to do it, but otherwise, if you're going in a straight line, he'll just turn into a ball. Look at this.
This doesn't seem helpful.
No, not really. And he'll lose momentum slowly as he does it. But it's like, I remember you asked me a little bit ago where you're like, well, what does, like, Casino Nights look like when you're any other character? Because, like, Knuckles can't turn into a ball, and it's like, no, all of them, I think, can turn into balls. All of the main ones, anyway. So, like, Knuckles and Tails and Sonic.
Well, it makes sense for other hedgehogs, because it's literally a thing hedgehogs can do, and I think echidnas can do that. They're kind of built the same as hedgehogs.
Not so much Tails.
Yeah, no, a
He's
fox
a fox.
shouldn't be doing weird somersaults. As cute as it would be. Like, okay. I don't believe that Tails could have done this.
Yeah, well, his first boss also is Eggman.
Yeah.
As opposed to Sonic's, which I guess is just Chaos.
Yeah. I feel like in order to do a lot of the things he does, Tails must be stronger than he looks, but this is a bit much.
Well, it's like one of those things where people point out that, like, Eggman is consistently faster than he looks. Like,
Yeah.
Eggman is, on a technical basis, technically faster than Sonic, canonically, but it's never drawn attention to, especially because he prefers to just sit down in chairs.
Yeah, also the physics of the Sonic world are something you don't want to think about too much, so it's like, you just don't talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the physics of the Sonic world tend to break every time you turn a corner,
Yeah.
so let's not worry too much.
I wonder how big the cat sounds in Japanese.
Froggy, I don't know. I would like to point out, if I can, real fast, that in the Archie comics, Supersonic is a thing, and people know Supersonic is a thing.
Yeah, he's like a Super Saiyan.
There is a super equivalent of Tails called Turbo Tails that is kind of awful.
Okay.
I don't know if I have had a chance to show you Turbo Tails.
I don't know. I can't remember.
It's Tails in a tiny red cape, which is actually kind of adorable. There's nothing wrong with that. But eventually, when fighting like Mammoth Mogul, which is a comic exclusive character, who eventually is introduced as being a villain above Robotnik in some way.
That shouldn't be a thing.
No,
I
it
mean,
really shouldn't.
not with just random animal people, anyways.
Yeah, but when he's eventually introduced, the idea is, okay, well, Mammoth Mogul becomes massively strong, I think, with the use of, like, the Master Emerald. And in order to beat it, they have to find the Chosen One and throw him at him. And they eventually figure out, when they throw a bunch of characters at it, that it's Tails. And in order to do it, Tails has to become Titanic Tails by fusing every version of Tails in the multiverse into one character.
Like Akira style?
Sort of. He
Oh, that's
becomes
how you
like
get that.
yeah, he becomes
That
like a
makes sense.
giant version of Tails with like a square head and many, many tails. It just saved. Give me a second, okay? It just saved, so I'm gonna get up and do a thing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Welcome back. Small technical difficulties. Sorry.
Looks like we fixed it.
Yeah. It looks better than it was. We were having some issues with screen tearing, and I realized why and had to get up and fix the problem. So, not seeing any more screen tearing, so that's good.
Yeah, we're good.
Alright, we're fine.
So we have to go meet Tails in Tails' workshop as Tails.
Yeah, we gotta go and see Tails, and Tails is Tails, and Tails, and Knuckles.
Yeah. So since we've got Japanese audio on and we've been commenting on the voices being different, what is your definitive Sonic voice?
For languages?
Just in general, for English, I guess.
I know you're gonna say Jaleel White is yours. I actually like Sonic Adventure Sonic, I think, more.
I think in my head I'm more likely to hear Sonic Adventure Sonic because that's what I'm most used to. But I prefer the Jaleel White Sonic in terms of like just that characterization of Sonic.
So look at Tails gets to skip the beginning of this level.
Huh. I mean, that kind of makes sense
He
because
goes
he should be in the sky usually.
Straight into this version of it.
Well, also just they made everything for the side characters shorter.
Oh god, Sonic.
Fucking Sonic. We will beat you.
No, we won't. We'll never beat
We're
Sonic.
smarter than you, Sonic.
No, look
No,
at this.
I
He's
prefer-
totally beating us.
I prefer 90s Sonic as just a characterization in general.
This
because
is a race,
it feels.
by the
Is that literally the point?
way. Yeah. Do you see it down at the bottom?
Huh. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So we're
Is that
we're
the
actually
only
racing
purpose?
Sonic.
Is that Sonic is just doing his thing because he's actually saving the world, and Tails is just here to try and measure dicks with him?
Well, you did ask earlier. You were like, "What's the point of Tails being in any of Sonic's levels or whatever?" And it's like this. This is the point. Sonic is racing Tails this entire time. That's what Tails is doing here.
Huh.
Oh crap! I keep missing that.
Jeez.
Oh,
Well, the
jeez.
angles going on here are horrendous.
I know.
You don't have any control
I don't have
over
any
this.
camera at all. I still am so sorry. There we go.
There.
Hey.
As much as I'm used to this modern Sonic who sounds a little bit like Goku,
Yeah, I like Goku Sonic.
yeah, that's fine. It's just, it's a different... Goku Sonic is less cool, I think is the best way to put it. It's not a 90s kid trying his best to sound like hip. And I feel like that's the essence of Sonic. He was kind of made to pander to a certain demographic that was like just kids in the 90s. And it's like, it's not really... Old Sonic has a lot of things to it that I think should have been carried over into modern Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Also, he should have his siblings. There's triplets, and they should acknowledge that.
No,
Underground is the only real canon.
You argue that, and I still feel like I don't like Underground enough to keep those characters around, man.
I like them. Well, I
I
like
know
Manic
you do.
the Hedgehog.
I know you really
Sonya's
like Manic
neutral.
the Hedgehog.
I just feel like the ideal Sonic canon is one that has Manic and Shadow in it.
No.
So, not this game.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah, what's in there? Have we been in there?
No, because there's a big invisible wall.
Aw.
I just wanted to make
That's
sure.
such an open invitation,
I know,
though.
it looks so much like you should be able to. Let me see here. So let's go in here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of direction.
No, yeah. There's a lot of ways to break this game, and then when you break it, you look at it and you go, oh, it's not nearly as interesting as I was hoping. For instance, there's an invisible wall right here. I cannot...
Yeah, that's not really breaking the game.
Yeah, no, I know. But it's
that.
like... I don't know, it just... And when you have Tails' flight, it becomes so much more obvious.
Have you ever seen people break Spyro the Dragon 2?
I've seen people break a lot of things.
The idea with the Spyro games is that you kind of enter an entirely different mode when you hit water and start swimming. So if you do the right things in the right places, you can get them into that mode in the air. Mm-hmm. And then you can, like, fly through walls and shit because it's not expecting it. It's kind of great. Oh, we're not allowed in there?
No, you gotta hit the button first. I forgot.
How do humans get in there?
You know what? That's a very good question. I don't know if humans are intended to be in there. Okay, this is the area for Sonic that we never actually saw.
Oh, we just haven't gotten that far yet.
No. We totally got there. This is just Sonic's casino stage. This is Casinopolis. Huh. But I'm too good at the whatchamacallits, the pinball machines.
They gave us an entire level that we can only get at if we suck at pinball? That was like the most simple pinball game, though.
Yeah, if you die in the pinball game without getting, I think it's like 100 rings or something like that.
You die in real life?
No. If you die in that without getting 100 rings, they send you into the sewer.
Right, and they hope that you die here.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to, grab as many rings as possible or something like that, and you wind up coming out inside of the bathroom that we were spending a little bit of time in showing things off.
They want you to crawl up the toilet.
It's outside the showers, not the toilet, but fair enough. Like, may as well be.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier to crawl up through a toilet than a shower drain. It's slightly bigger,
but when you die in the pinball machines, they boot you down here, and then you have to run through and collect all the rings. By the way, I just got the gray emerald out of here. That was up in the money pit in Sonic's.
Okay, alright then.
And despite the fact that I'm the one that got it and Sonic is not the one who got it, this exact same thing is going to play out.
Huh.
Where Tails loses the thing, and now Sonic's off in the corner doing nothing. So it's the exact same scene, but they've replaced Sonic with Tails. This is what I was saying when I was saying they've got some weird kind of loose canon where sometimes it's Sonic and sometimes it's Knuckles and sometimes it's Tails who win fights and pick things up.
I mean, Sonic's always the real canon. Like, it's pretty obvious.
You'd think so, yeah. I'm going to see if I'm quick enough to see. There's a secret character just outside the casino.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned this the last time, I think, so we'll keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah, we'll see. But just loose canon. And it's nonsense, is all that I was going to say.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. And now Tails is like, let's get a move on. It's us.
Oh, there she is, and she looks like shit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't really get high enough to show her off too well, but you can kind of see her.
Sprite.
She's a sprite, yeah, and she was flipping out. Did you see it?
Yeah, that was Cream the Rabbit.
That was Cream the Rabbit, and also her sprite had some weird transparency issues that, to my knowledge, I think that happens exclusively on the PC version of this game.
Okay, this port is not good then.
No, the port is fine. It's just because it's been ported to HD and it's kind of broken.
Yeah, it's like they didn't do anything to improve it.
In all fairness, you're not supposed to go anywhere near that sprite. So when you're Tails, the fact that you can get up there is just like hilarious.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. This game is like a beautiful artifact of its time.
Yeah,
it's just been repainted over and over.
But yes, that was Cream the Rabbit flying around, and that is a like Doom sprite version of her. Like it's 2D, and you can see it from the front, the back, and both sides, but it's completely flat and will turn until it clips into the next like front, back, or side.
So there's still no explanation for this.
Nope, I don't know if we ever actually get an explanation.
Like, it would be nice if we do. I don't think it's going to happen because I don't remember there ever being one. Yeah. It would be really nice if it turns out that the other side of that tunnel was blown out by, like Gamma or something.
Yeah, like E106 comes in and he's like, "Yeah, no, I did this. This was me." That's my noise. That's my voice for Gamma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I'm Gamma. I blew up those rocks. What's up?